Sveiki, aš esu Liutauras Labanauskas, šio universiteto dėstytojas ir jūsų nuotolinio kurso lektorius.
Hello, I'm Liutauras Labanauskas, a teacher at the Lithuanian University of Educational Sciences and a lecturer of your chosen module. We will study, perform tasks, discuss, and learn about social clustering and social innovations in this module course together. Lecturer Sonata Matakaitė designed the module together with me. Thus, you will have two teachers, two lecturers, friends, colleagues of yours, and we will try to do our best to help you in the complicated process of learning. This course, delivered by Sonata and me, is entitled Social Cluster Initiation, Establishment and Management. In fact, it's a strange title that nobody has heard of it before, but you will see that the course is not as complicated as it may seem while listening to the title. Who is it designed for? What it is about? Social cluster conceptions, aspects of social cluster initiation, establishment and management are analyzed in the module, as well as examples of good practice are provided. Much attention is paid to the analysis of social innovations. For example, analyzing social innovations on the basis of the case study method. Well, you will learn what social innovations are as soon as you start analyzing the topics of the module. Today I will limit myself to saying that social innovations are a modern field of research and training. Social innovations are closely related to social business, with empowering communities and diverse activities that help to solve community problems and develop community activities. The aim of this competence development module is to provide the participants of the training with interdisciplinary knowledge and competencies of peculiarities of a social cluster establishment and management, social cluster conceptions, prerequisites, possibilities and obstacles for a social cluster initiation, and certainly the manifestation of social innovations in the context of integration of groups of social exclusion, that is, such innovations that benefit the development of communities, reduce unemployment, and involve vulnerable groups. The course consists of 8 topics. My colleague Sonata Matakaitė will present the first 4. Good afternoon. My name is Sonata Matakaitė. I am a lecturer at the Lithuanian University of Educational Sciences, and I would like to present to you 4 topics on cluster initiation, establishment, and management. The 4 topics will focus on the analysis of how social innovations are implemented in practice. The conception of a cluster and a social cluster that is distinguished from business clusters for more specific features will be presented in one of the topics. We will discuss social clustering, what it is, and who can participate in social clustering, as well as who social clusters can be established by. The theoretical part of the second topic gives information about the initiation of a social cluster, how one should start the creation of a social cluster. We will speak about the ones who can participate in the cluster, its information, setting aims, and the very creation of the cluster itself. While performing tasks in the practical part, we will start the creation of a social cluster whose conception is supposed to be created at the end of the course. The establishment of a social cluster and stages of establishment will be presented in the topic 3. One of the most important stages is the formation of a leadership group. The notion of it, basic characteristic attributes of such groups will be discussed. We will broadly speak about the design of cluster strategy, its stages, and preparation. The strategy of a social cluster is the theoretical model of a social cluster that is later implemented in practice. Legitimation of a social cluster will be also presented in this part in line with the ways of formalizing social clusters. The last topic deals with cluster management, how to manage a cluster management models and problems, what activities of monitoring is, monitoring indexes that enable to evaluate the efficiency of social cluster activity. All the topics provide examples of good practice. The sources of the module are interactive. You can find them in both languages, Lithuanian and English. The topics I deliver in this module are mainly related to social innovations. Therefore, together I will analyze theoretical consumptions of social innovations, management of social innovations, and social innovations as a very modern and autonomous field of scientific research. Definitely, a lot of attention will be paid to the analysis of practical examples. You will be provided a comparatively long list of examples of social innovations, and you will be able to choose certain cases for analysis. You may even apply them to or emulate and implement them to your own activity, your own community, and supposedly you yourselves may become well known and significant to social innovators in the future. Scientific literature will be used also. Here I can show you some books that analyze social innovations. We will refer to them while studying, but you will find much more about the books in the content of the module itself that provides tasks with particular authors and examples for you. Analyzing them, you will get acquainted with the theory of social innovations. Thank you for your attention. Let's meet in the virtual environment.
Ačiū už dėmesį ir iki susitikimo virtualioje aplinkoje.